Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, back for more fun sketching. Today is the 2nd of June. We're in June already. That didn't take long, huh? I tell you, time has a way of getting away from you, huh? So, what are we going to draw today? I don't know. There are very few days that I come at this that I actually have a real clear idea in my head what it is I want to draw. Actually, in some ways, I prefer not knowing and just inventing it on the spot. It's just so much more fun that way. Because then I'm surprised, if I knew what I was going to draw. In fact, this morning, actually, I was listening this morning to Yo Yo Ma play uh, the Bach concerto. I believe it's the Bach Suite number 1 in G minor or G major, G minor. Ah, that man is so freaking talented. What a blessing from God he is. Just a tremendous talent. When I look at someone or I listen to someone like Yo Yo Ma performing, I just realize how amazing God is in that how He makes each of us with different skills and abilities, and it's just inspiring. I mean, I don't play the cello. I don't know how, but I've always been fascinated by people who perform, who are musicians who perform, and it's just remarkable to me what they can do. But then I've heard the same thing said about us as artists who draw. People see that and they go, "Wow, how do you do that?" And but it's a gift from God. It's a beautiful gift from the Lord, and I'm just thankful to have it. So, anyways, how did I bring up Yo-Yo? Oh, I think it was because as I was listening to him and being inspired by his music, I was thinking, well, maybe I need to think about what I'm going to draw today, so I'll have something in mind. But I didn't do it, so here I am. Back in the same position of just like, well, I don't know what I'm going to draw. We'll see. So here we go. So, anyways, the usual scribble doom. Boy, that's a heck of a scribble, huh? So let's see. What do we got here? I don't know. I see a bird in here. That's weird. Yeah, I do. I see a bird in there. Yeah, right there. You see the wing? Yeah. And I don't know where those are. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a bird in there. So you notice now, see, I don't try to use the entire scribble the way I scribbled it. I see something in it, and then I bring that out. See, and maybe make that tail longer. So see, now I got this. Then I can go on top of that. See. So let's see. Hmm, Birds tend to have their eyes on either side of the head, so there we go. There we go. Gosh, I love line work. I love making fun line work. There we go. So see here, I'm able to pick out what I want to keep. Yeah, that's that wing there. If you can treat line work like calligraphy. If any of you've ever done calligraphy before, that was something that I learned as I was coming up as an artist was calligraphy, and I was always fascinated by uh, the line work to make an alphabet or whatever it was. And so I sort of thought, oh well, you can apply that to drawing, can't you? Because you could make your drawing the lines that you do when you're cleaning up a drawing, kind of in the same way you would if you were doing calligraphy. So I sort of apply it that way. Kind of find that it's not a bad way to to think of how you do your line. Sure. I mean, that can work. Works for me. Let's see. So we got the other wing going up here. Remember what I said too about, when you do a line, you want to get your arm and hand moving in a direction that you feel comfortable so that, you're able to get in a sweep. You're able to get what you want in the sweep of that line, you know. So pull out so that you get it all in one move. So it comes across. Gosh, how interesting. See what I mean? I'm always surprised too. I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna draw. It's like it happens, and it's kind of like, wow, that's kind of fun. So I kind of like that though. I like the idea of not having it not having an absolute knowledge of what I'm going to create, but having it just sort of develop as I go. That's there's a fun to that. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. It's exciting. It's yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of going through here to make sure that the lines are all connected. So as I put color in this, it won't seep out. So what kind of a bird color here? Well, let's see. I could make him kind of orange, like he's a firebird or something, huh? Let's see what would happen if I did that. Well, that's not filling, so evidently there's a space in here somewhere. Let's see. Gotta find the hole. Let's see. Where's the hole? Ah, wow. That's the thing too. There's another thing there. See, like the whole thing of finding the break, um, because it's there. You just you don't it would have to be there because that's why it doesn't fill. But it can be so tiny sometimes you just barely see it. So let's see here. So I was thinking making him a firebird, right? Hmm. Well, it seems like that's just one color. Let's see if we can do better than that. What can we do here? How can we make this more interesting? Um, well, okay, well, let's see. Why don't we do this then? Let's go back here. And let's zoom up. So what we want to do is we want to separate. Okay. So maybe separate that from that. Maybe separate that. All right. Then maybe separate this stuff. And this stuff. I'm using the line underneath kind of thing. All right, so we'll go back out. Now let's see if I go and do this. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's, yeah, all right. Let's see, go back out again. Okay. So maybe, oh, yeah, maybe instead of getting that hole, we'll just do that part. So let's try that again. All right. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Then maybe we'll come in here with some red for this stuff and the tail. That's interesting. Then, Well, let's see. We could use maybe a black or a gray for the feet here, huh? And then the eyes, I would say yellow. Wow. Okay, let's see. I've got one spot up there that's not filled in. Oh, yeah, gosh, I got the. Well, let's see. I go. Let's put that color in there. Maybe we could. Okay, so maybe then. So we'll go on top. So let's maybe on top. Maybe we'll do something like a design on the bill. You know, so you got some kind of a. Not really sure what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing here. What am I doing? I'm adding these lines. It's like I want to create a texture on the bill. Hmm. Then maybe. So, like, also maybe a pattern. Hmm. Very strange. What's that about, I wonder? Huh. Let's see. Oh. I have no idea. Oh gosh, I don't know where that came from, huh? You know, it's like this is what I said. This is what I like about doing this is this way because I have no idea when I do this. It's like this is what I was gonna do. Okay. Let's see. I could go with. Hmm. So what would that's what's gonna stand out against that? You could do. Yeah, that'll stand out. So let's see. Do that as a background. Wow. Now that jumps out at you, doesn't it? Whoa. Well, didn't expect that. Okay, well there you go. There's our drawing for today. Man, oh man, I'm never ceases to amaze me what comes out of my stylus. Well, there we go. That's our drawing for today. Um, I want to make a mention of a video I saw last night and this morning, actually, about a young lady named Brianna. I forget Adeles, I think. Young lady, and she just had a very rough life. She lived in Panama, and she lived here, and she just went through some really bad times in her life. I won't go into detail. It'd be better for her to talk about it, but I just want to praise and thank God because she found the Lord, and she's come back to the Lord, and just it's just an inspiring thing when I see someone who's just been down, and then they come up. And I prayed for her when the minute that I heard her story. I prayed for her. She was on a YouTube show called Soft White Underbelly. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Soft White Underbelly is it's a video series where this guy interviews people, mostly folks who are kind of on the down and out kind of thing. And he just puts the camera on them and lets them talk about their lives. And so this young lady, Brianna, was talking about her life. And I was most captivated by her resilience and her strength in the midst of all of the terrible things that she had to go through. And my heart just went out to her, and I prayed for her and everything. And then this morning, I got up and I went to watch YouTube again. and like I do pretty much every day. And I saw a new video of her where she had found the Lord and her life just completely changed. And she was basically visited by an angel, really, I think, the way she described the story. She believes that too, and so do I. But I just want to praise God and thank God for her deliverance, because that was such a some terrible things that she went through. And I'm just very happy for her now that she's come up out of that. Such a beautiful story. Anyways, y'all have a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to say probably see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing, as long as I'm alive. I haven't gone on to be with the Lord yet. I'll say, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Anyway, you have a beautiful day. And of course, and don't forget, Jesus is Lord.